So today we're going to talk about the Nasdaq E-mini intraday session. This is going to be for 1/19/2022. The first thing that I want to talk about are these lines, these boxes, and these lines right here, these dotted lines. There's also this gray kind of shaded area, which is also a box. That just represents the previous day's value area. And all they are, they're just points where there was high volume, kind of like a high volume spike in sellers and buyers. I'm not going to go into detail on how I got those lines in this video. I'm actually already working on another video which I explain how I capture these lines and how I set them up. Today we're just going to look at where the market went. And the other thing also is these lines were actually made before the session started. So these lines I had around, I want to say maybe 6 or 7 o'clock the night prior to intraday session. And you can kind of see that price action just follows these lines. And the reason I draw these lines is because they help guide me and they kind of give me an edge on where price action might be going. And ultimately that's, basically what any trader wants, right? They want to get whatever edge they can so they can make good trades. So I use this in conjunction with my other trading platform, Tradovate. This is actually TradingView, and the only thing I use this for is basically just to draw my boxes and my lines. And depending if I have a good setup or not, I will actually use these lines in conjunction with my strategy and place trades. So in the overnight session, we can see that we kept going lower from previous day lows. We bottomed out, what is that, at around 15,037, started coming back up, came back down, and you can see that we start coming back up to these lines, heading towards this previous day's untested point of control. We go up, we test the POC line, come back down, test it again, double test, sells off, and then right at open you can see that we just kind of ripped. Big old candle, buyers coming in, came all the way up to the top until yesterday's value area high, and then we just completely dumped from then on. And it was just basically just one massive sell-off. So I actually didn't get into a trade until about right here. I was gonna take this trade at value area high. It looked like a really nice trade because if you go to it, let's see, what is that? That's gonna be 9 o'clock. So if we go to 9 o'clock, it's going to be right here. Okay, so and this is why I like using ranges, because it actually gives you a lot more detail. And if we go to 9 o'clock, you can see right here. So we try to go up, come back down, try to go up again, don't. And then we try to go up one more time. This is a lower high. And then this is the point where it just dumps. And you can see it comes all the way down. So I actually was really tempted to take this trade right here, and you can see there's all these points right here. It tries to go up, doesn't go up. All these right here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tests, right? At that, basically at that one level, we test almost 11. But we had multiple tests, right? We weren't going above, what was this? 15.3, 72, 50. So we weren't going above that. And I looked at it and it's like, you know what? I like that trade right there. There's nothing going up. I could put a trade in there and maybe put 10 points of drawdown. Should be good. So if I would have taken like an 11-point drawdown, that would have been a fantastic trade, right? But, you know, hindsight's always 20/20. So going back over here, and that would have been perfect. You know, it could have gone in right at 370.75, and then it would have been gravy. We come all the way down. We come down about, I think that was around like 200 points. 371.50, all the way down to 104.25. So that would have been a good trade. But I actually didn't get in until down here. I saw all this and it kept going lower and lower, and I just waited. And I ended up capturing from here all the way to 94.50. Then we just kind of started coming back down. And I figured I would just exit out right here at 93.50, I'm sorry. And then just leave it at that. And that's exactly what happened. Got in. Let's see, where did I get in? So the reason why I took this trade was we came back down. We just kind of sort of consolidated in this area right here. Came up, broke through standard deviation 1, and then we bounced. And right here at this bounce, there's kind of a bounce right here. This is where I started going long. Took this long, we came up, consolidated for a bit, and we just ripped up again. And you can kind of see the pattern. It just goes up, consolidates, goes up, consolidates, goes up, consolidates, goes up, and it just kept doing that all the way until we got to this area here. Yeah. And this is basically where I got out. Because the reason for that was we went from one deviation all the way to another. And I figured, okay, well, we might start coming back down from this area. So I just I believe it was right at this point I got out. I saw this right here, came up, resistance, try to go up again, resistance, and that's where pretty much I just got out. And it was at the high right here. I just figured I'd just move my stop, placed it at 93. And move my stop, placed it at 293, and that was pretty much where I got out. Then I saw this double test right here, and it actually, unfortunately, took a scaled up trade. I was feeling good, but it was oh so wrong, and it just completely ripped through. Or it took a dump, actually. It took a dump on me. And that was pretty much the beginning of the end of all my profits for today. I got into that hole. I fell in that hole. I started trying to get my profits back, and the markets just said, no, sir. Nope. And I would take a trade, and I would make some money back, and I'd just be, yes, I'm getting it back. I'm just gonna get back to break even. That way tomorrow's a new day. And no, sir. And it's just one of those things, whenever you're trading, you're gonna learn this the hard way. I mean, unless you're an exceptionally disciplined individual, and there are those people out there. Unless you're like that, it's gonna be a tough road to go on. I know it is for me. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh yeah, I take a couple losses and I'm out. I'm still in that phase. I'm still trying to, I guess, trying to sit back, conceptualize, realize what happened, why it happened, and how I'm going to prevent it for next time. But anyways, so after that, we just completely took a dump, and you can see that we made a lower low on the day. We actually went lower. I guess the main thing that I wanted to talk about was don't go chasing. It happened to me today. If you lose, try to, take a step back and reevaluate. Live to trade another day, just like how other people say, easier said than done sometimes. If you look at these lines, you can see that it looks like they work, and all they are just, high volume points of buyers and sellers. Like I said earlier, nothing special, just trying to give myself an edge so I can, make better trades, and hopefully it'll help you guys out too. Like I said earlier, there's going to be another video out showing you guys how to place these lines on your chart if you want to see that. It might be a little long, but if it helps you out, if it helps you, make better trades, awesome. So this was today's price action. I hope you liked the video. If you got anything out of it, put it in the comments, or if you hate it, put it in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.